Okay, so first of all, I want to count the number of times the word shirt appears in these cells. And in order to do that, I am going to use the TEXTSPLIT function. And this will be the text here. And then the column delimiter is going to be the word shirt in quotation marks and close brackets and enter. And this splits the text wherever the word shirt appears. Then I need to count the number of columns in each of these arrays. And in order to do that, I can just use the columns function and wrap it around all of this. And then that will tell me the number of columns in each of these arrays. However, this number is actually one more than what I actually want because it's telling me the number of sections that I have when really I want the number of splits that I have. So in order to fix this, I just need to subtract 1 from this, and then that will get me the number of times the word shirt appears in each of these cells. Now there's a limitation with this formula. It will not work on an array. You will just end up with 0. There is another formula that you can use, and that involves using the len function. And this will tell you the length of a piece of text. So it counts the number of characters in the cell. Then I'm going to use the substitute function. And this will be the text here. And then the old text will be BMC in quotation marks. And the new text will just be 2 quotation marks with nothing in between. And this will remove all of the BMCs from the text. So now I have my new text here with all of the BMCs removed. I can now wrap all of this in the len function, and this will count the number of characters that I now have left. Then I will take the first number and subtract the second number, and that will tell me the number of characters that has been removed. Then I need to know the length of the text that I am removing. So this is BMC in quotation marks and close brackets and enter. And of course that gives me the number 3. Then I'll take the number of characters that have been removed and divide it by the length of the text. And this gets me the number 5, which is the number of times BMC appears in this cell. Now I can put all of this together. So I will copy this part here and then go into this cell, and I'll take the original length and then subtract the length with BMC removed. Then all of this needs to go into brackets, and it needs to be divided by the length of BMC in quotation marks and enter. And I get the number 5 again. And now I can delete all of this. Now this formula will work on an array. So if I drag this down and I will change this to A8, then you'll see I get the results for both of these cells. And I can also get the total if I want. I just need to wrap the sum function around all of this. And that gets me the number 7. Now with both of these formulas, it doesn't matter if the text that you are searching for is at the very beginning or the very end, it will still count it correctly. And also it doesn't matter if the text doesn't appear in the cell, you will just get 0, which is of course the correct answer. It does matter in both these formulas whether you are looking at an uppercase or lowercase character. So for example, if I change this here to a lowercase s, then it will change the number here because this formula is only looking for shirt with a capital S. If you wanted to look for words, no matter whether it's an uppercase or a lowercase character, then you'd need to use a function like lower to turn everything into a lowercase character. So in this case, we would need the lower function around the cell reference here. And then you could either wrap the function around this part as well, or just change the text here to a lowercase s. And then this brings us back up to 2 as it's now counting both shirts. We can also turn this formula into a lambda formula. So I will put lambda in here. And then we need 2 parameters, the range and then the text that we are looking for. And the range here will become this part here and this part here. And then the text will become this here and also this here. And then I need close brackets to close off the lambda formula at the end, and then another set of open and close brackets to put in the parameters. So this is the range here, and then the text is BMC in quotation marks. And this still gets me the number 7. Now I can copy all of this formula except for the open and close brackets at the end. And then go to formulas and define name. And the name that I will use is count text. And in the first 2 boxes, I will paste in the lambda formula that I just made. And OK. And now I have a new formula that I can use. So I can do equals count text. And then this here is the range. And the text that I'm trying to find is the word shirt, in quotation marks and close brackets and enter, and that gets me the number 3. Okay, so in this video I have shown you how to count the number of times a piece of text appears in a cell, and that is everything.